Umar Ibn Al-Khattab was a strong and respected leader in Mecca. He was known for his intelligence and his strong will. Umar was initially a staunch opponent of Islam. He saw the new religion as a threat to the traditional order. He persecuted the early Muslims. He even vowed to kill the prophet Muhammad. One day, Umar set out to confront the prophet. He was carrying his sword and was filled with anger. On his way, he encountered his sister Fatima. Fatima and her husband had secretly converted to Islam. Umar was furious when he discovered this. He demanded to see the verses of the Quran that his sister had been reading. As Umar listened to the words of the Quran, his heart softened. He was deeply moved by the message of Islam. He realized the truth in the Prophet's message. He immediately went to the Prophet and declared his faith. Umar's conversion was a turning point for the early Muslims. His strength and influence gave them much-needed protection. He became a close companion of the Prophet and a devoted follower of Islam. Umar's story is an inspiring example of how even the most staunch opponents can be touched by the message of Islam. He went from being a fierce critic to a passionate advocate. His conversion showed the power of faith to transform hearts and minds. After embracing Islam, Umar Ibn Al-Khattab became one of the most trusted companions of the Prophet Muhammad. He was known for his wisdom, his courage, and his unwavering commitment to justice. The Prophet called him Al-Faruq, which means the one who distinguishes between right and wrong. Umar participated in many of the important battles fought by the early Muslims. He was a skilled warrior. He was also a wise strategist. His counsel was invaluable to the Prophet. He played a key role in the spread of Islam. Umar was a strong advocate for the poor and the oppressed. He spoke out against injustice. He worked tirelessly to ensure that all members of society were treated fairly. He was known for his compassion and his empathy. He always put the needs of others before his own. Umar's dedication to Islam was absolute. He was a shining example of what it meant to be a true Muslim. He inspired countless others with his piety, his integrity, and his unwavering faith. He is remembered as one of the most important figures in the early history of Islam. After the death of the Prophet Muhammad, Abu Bakr became the first caliph. When Abu Bakr passed away, Umar ibn al-Khattab was chosen to succeed him. This was in the year 634 CE. Umar's reign marked a period of significant expansion for the Islamic Empire. It also saw the establishment of many important institutions. Umar was a brilliant military strategist. He led the Muslim armies to victory in a series of decisive battles. These conquests spread the Islamic Empire across Persia, Syria, Egypt, and beyond. Despite the rapid expansion, Umar never lost sight of his commitment to justice. He established courts throughout the empire to administer justice fairly. He implemented policies to ensure the welfare of all citizens, regardless of their faith. He established a system of taxation that was fair and equitable. He also oversaw the construction of many mosques, schools, and hospitals. Umar's rule was characterized by his humility, his piety, and his unwavering commitment to the principles of Islam. He lived a simple life. He refused to indulge in luxury. He believed that he was a servant of the people, and he ruled with justice and compassion. Umar ibn al-Khattab's reign as caliph lasted for 10 years. In that decade, he transformed the Islamic world. He expanded its borders. He established its institutions. He codified its laws. Most importantly, he exemplified the true meaning of Islamic leadership. His legacy is one of justice, compassion, and piety. He is remembered for his humility, his integrity, and his unwavering commitment to the welfare of his people. He is considered one of the most righteous and just rulers in history. Umar's contributions to Islam are immeasurable. He played a pivotal role in the spread of the faith. He laid the foundations for a just and equitable society. He set a high standard for leadership that continues to inspire Muslims today. Umar ibn al-Khattab's life and legacy serve as a timeless reminder that true leadership is rooted in justice, service, and a deep commitment to the well-being of all people. His story continues to resonate with people around the world. His name is etched in history as a beacon of justice, piety, and compassion.